One dead blonde. 4 suspects, and a body with a missing ring. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, strap yourselves in. It's a tale of murder and intrigue. And it's gonna be a long night. One of these 4 suspects is guilty of murder most foul. The key to finding out who comes in the shape of a missing ring. A diamond sorority ring stolen from the body of Miss L. Woods. If we find that ring, we find our killer. And our first suspect is naturally Miss Enid Hoops. It's been no secret that within these hallowed halls of Harvard that this year Miss Hoops has been harboring a secret love. Sad and lonely, she had a crush. A forbidden desire that was packaged pink and topped with blonde. There have been many girls before Elle, haven't there, Enid? But this time you just couldn't shake that loving feeling. She became obsessed. Unable to stand the thought that Elle was becoming increasingly popular amongst her peers. Jealousy got the better of her, and in desperation, she decided to confess her love to Elle. Being a straight woman, Elle did not reciprocate Enid's love, but upon hearing that her affection was misplaced, Enid couldn't handle the rejection, and she snapped, grabbing a law book from the dresser and delivering a fatal blow. A crime of blind passion, though, Miss Hoops is not without her sentiments. Whilst disposing of the body, Enid noticed Elle's dazzling ring and took it as a keepsake of a love that she once held. Or did she? There was someone else on campus that night. Someone who didn't belong. Someone with murderous intentions. Isn't that right? Elle's dad? You paid a little visit to your dearest daughter that night, didn't you? Poor Elle. Pleased to see her doting father welcomed him in without question, unaware of the danger that he posed. For what she didn't know, what none of us knew, was that Elle's dad's motives for being there that night stretched beyond a social call. You see, money had all but dried up in the Woods household. The mounting cost of the Harvard fees, a boozy, layabout wife to support, and a golf membership to pay for meant that you were facing bankruptcy. Isn't that right, Elle's dad? Deciding that drastic measures must be taken to fix his cash flow problem, Elle's dad went right to the source. He swore to have his revenge on the daughter that had cost him his fortune. And with Elle out of the picture, he could continue to afford the lifestyle that he had become so accustomed to. But you weren't done there, were you, Elle's dad? You knew how much that ring was worth. You had bought it just 2 Christmases ago. He snatched the ring, meaning to pawn it and run with the money. But it soon dawned on him that he could not shift a diamond that size without arousing suspicion. He had gone too far.
I've gone too far.
So, to cover his tracks, Elle's dad disposed of the body and stashed the ring, planning to sell it once the heat had died down. But wait, disposing of the body single-handedly in the dark of the night? Such a tall order for such a short man. No, this is no job for one mere man. This crime required the work of a genius. And of course, you'd know all about crime, wouldn't you, Professor Callahan?
Intelligent, enthusiastic, young. Elle ticked all of your boxes, didn't she, Professor? The woman your wife could never be. The loyally blonde who had set your heart aflame. Oh, you tried to fight it, sure, but that laugh, that smile, that lavender-scented paperwork. Unable to resist, you were in too deep.
I'm in too deep.
With purest intentions, Callahan visited Elle at her dorm that night. His aim? To earn her favor with a gift. A box of chocolates. Callahan's gesture of romance was endearing to Elle. Not wanting to hurt his feelings, she received it with her trademark enthusiasm. You fancied yourself a regular Casanova, didn't you, Professor? But this is one Casanova who didn't do his research, because, as those closest to Elle will know, she has a deadly allergy to nuts. A mistake was made, and the dame was dead. And all the grief in the world could never reclaim that blonde bombshell that had cut you to your core. It was as Beauty was cradled by the beast that her sorority ring, the subject of our investigation, fell into Callahan's pocket.
Living with this deed would consume you. It was a shame you knew you had to bury. With the body gone, you didn't know the only thing that could tie you to the murder was resting silently in your pocket. Of course, that's what you'd like us all to believe, isn't it, Paulette? Whoever would suspect Elle's hairdresser, her confidant, her friend? You two were the best of pals, were you not? Inseparable, some might say. But there is more to Miss Bonafante than meets the eye. Paulette was in love. She'd finally found a man after years of loneliness and depression. But who was to know that all those lonely years had warped her fragile mind? Paulette had become possessive, jealous, and deluded. She misconstrued Elle's friendly nature as a threat, and, vowing not to lose her one chance at happiness with Kyle, planned to eliminate Elle. Paulette knew about the professor's love for Elle, and with that, she had her opportunity. She was going to put the frame on Callahan by staging a jilted lover's murder. It was all planned. The stage was set. But a fury had been mounting in her twisted heart, and at the very sight of Elle, Paulette was blinded by her jealous rage, and she smiled. Before she knew what she was doing, Paulette had killed the one true friend that she had. No longer able to frame the professor, Paulette disposed of the body. But with Kyle still in the forefront of her mind, she saw in that ring a way to tie him down for good. She took it for her own plotting to propose to Kyle, making sure he would never escape her clutches or else meet the same sticky end. Of course, without that vital piece of evidence, without that ring, all of this is pure conjecture. There must be something we're missing, Your Honor. Could we please review Exhibit A? Some of the footage from the past few months.
Is that my name up on that list? Does someone know that I exist? Is this a mistake? Am I even awake? Pinch me now to make sure. Yes, that's my name in black and white. Maybe I'm doing something right. Wow, I feel so much better than before. Warner, sorry I've been a pest, but I guess my best was not working with you.
This angel met her death on the concrete floor of her dorm room, where she toiled away her hours studying from her law books. She died a noble death without a splotch or a blemish upon her. I've done my duty, Your Honor. I've no apologies to make, but without finding that ring, the real murderer really could be any one of you. I guess we'll just never know.